Here's one phenomenon that happens during the death and dying process that medical professionals like myself cannot explain. There's something that happens that we call the rally. This is when someone is really sick and almost towards actively dying, meaning dying within a few days, and then suddenly they look like they are better. This can manifest in different ways, but a lot of times they suddenly will eat, they'll suddenly talk, maybe even walk. They act like their old selves. They have a little more of a personality, kind of laughing, talking, joking. But then usually they die within a few days after this, sometimes even that night. And it happens to probably a third of our hospice patients. So it happens quite a bit. So much so that we try to educate the family about this before it happens. So it doesn't devastate them when they suddenly pass after doing so well for a few days. Like for the second phenomenon that happened. Here is the second phenomenon that happens during the death and dying process that medical professionals like myself cannot explain. This actually happens so often that we put it in our educational packets that we give to the patient and their loved ones so they understand what's going on. But we don't know why it happens and we can't explain it. Usually happens a month or so before the patient dies. They start seeing dead relatives, dead friends, old pets that have passed on, spirits, angels that are visiting them and only they can see and hear them. Sometimes it's through a dream. Sometimes they physically see them and they'll actually ask us, like, do you see what I'm seeing? They're usually not afraid. It's usually very comforting to them. And they usually say they're sending a message like, we're coming to get you soon, or don't worry, we'll help you. Most people love this. They're very comforted by it. It's not scary to them. But yeah, we can't explain it. It happens all the time. Hi everybody, Hospice Nurse Julie here. So let me tell you why we do not start IV fluids on a dying patient on hospice. So this is always the hardest thing for families to understand. And I get it. It sounds counterintuitive. But when someone is truly in their last days and they are no longer eating and drinking, the natural process in the body starts taking over, the natural death and dying process. And the less we mess with that, the better the patient will actually die. We as hospice providers are not trying to kill a patient. We are trying to help them die more peacefully. And the patient's body will start actually releasing what I call death endorphins. They're not actually called that, but the drier someone is, meaning the more dehydrated they are at this time in their life, meaning the last few days of life, their body will start releasing these endorphins, and the better they will actually feel and the more peaceful they will. You guys, this is Newsweek is featuring a hospice nurse. That's me they're talking about in this article. Me. There's a video. There's one of my TikTok videos. Newsweek. I'm flabbergasted. Thank you for spreading the word. Normalizing death and dying. Go check it out, guys. Newsweek. I can't. My mind's blown. Thank you.